What's up, y'all? It's Monday. I don't even know what the date is. Let me tell you how last week was such a weird week. Hope everybody's doing okay. Like last Friday didn't feel like a Friday to me. I woke up on Thursday morning thinking it was Wednesday. So everything was just like really weird for me. Like Friday didn't feel like Friday. I came home and I like got in the bed and I was just like, by 9 o'clock. I don't know. This weekend I didn't do much. I started watching Sabrina, the witch show, the Chronicles. What is it called? Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is lovely. I love it. We do have some people in our community who have already dissected it. All of the anti-black or anti-black woman tones that are involved or entrenched throughout. So I'm going to leave that up to the ladies who do that. I've enjoyed how dark it is. Because it's a break from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and I know that it was intentional for them to do it different, but this is all left-handed. It's all on the quote-unquote evil side, and to get Sabrina to submit to darkness, and that's her whole family. Anyway, so as the story unfolds, it's actually a pretty good series. I'm trying to still watch The Haunting of Hill House. I'm gonna probably have to start all over because it's not scary to me. I heard that a lot of people are saying it's like people are throwing up from being so scared. Little boy told my son that his uncle passed out. So you know how kids lie. So I'm looking like, okay, where is it? How come it's not scary for me? That's really pretty much all I kind of watched this weekend. And then we watched Married to Medicine. So this is your Married to Medicine review. If you guys are watching Sabrina, let me know and maybe we can talk about it. I'm already on episode 5, and like I said, I'm gonna leave the breakdown of the head witch of the unseen arts. She is a black girl, and they've been doing a lot of interviews, and also they have her cousin, Sabrina's cousin, is a black man, pansexual. I mean, it's a good series. To me, I think it's a good series. There are some themes that, if you leave it up to white people to write the story, it's not going to serve us in any kind of way. They're going to use us in the same way. It's really, to me, I think it's counterproductive for every single time a new series comes out that is driven by white writers. Same with American Horror Story. A lot of people don't like that Papa Legua was called a demon. Listen, at the end of the day, that's how they're going to tell our story. It's up to us to tell our stories and our folklore and our religions and our ancestral practices. It's not for them to, first of all, even know, number one, and number two, to retell the story. So us telling the same story or having the same critiques of every single series, that is, the majority of the writers are white, when it has to do with our ancestry, that they're not going to get it right. So you're just wasting your breath, because every critique you have is exactly the same. The use of the black woman when it's appropriate for the white woman, all of that. I don't even, like I said, it's time for us to make our own stories. Not the black Sabrina the Teenage Witch, just a story about a young witch coming into her own, a black girl or Afro-Latina, whoever you want it, or however you want it to be, because all of our ancestral practices and cultures, they are all intertwined in terms of rituals and practices. But anyways, let's talk about the black women on Married to Medicine. I've done enough talking going this way. I think we'll have you guys. This is ridiculous. I mean, we gonna see next week what's gonna do. I don't know how we gonna do this, but this is what we're gonna do. I'm cold. My head, I got a bald head, so the diva is cold. But anyways, we're gonna start off with this is episode 609, and we start off with Quad and Toya. Quad is going over to Toya's house. They're good Judies again, I guess, now that Quad has decided to let Toya into the spaces that she wasn't letting her in before. Toya is now a happy 3-year-old. Toya says something They're talking about the divorce, of course, and Quad comes in just fresh out of work, has her canary yellow on, and Toya made a reference to it, and they're sitting down talking. Toya and that aerator, it is so obnoxious to me. It is literally obnoxious. That aerator is so fucking obnoxious, Toya. Girl, we get it. We get that you drink wine. We get it. And every time she pours a glass of wine, the camera zooms on the fucking aerator. It's like so fucking corny. Toya was really shocked that Quad is living in a 4-bedroom townhouse. I said, come on, bitch. Oh, you thought because she didn't have a man anymore, she was going to have to downgrade. No, bitch. I got me a 4-bedroom. I need the space. I was like, come on, Quad, bitch. Toya seemed a little shocked by that. Toya then makes another statement, and I'm always waiting for Toya to give advice that serves a man over her friend. And she says, men, they just, when in the time where, after the divorce, they want to get a girlfriend or get somebody right away. They got to show you that they're a man. I hope one day that Toya stops that a man will be a man, because every time she says a man will be a man, it is in line with some bad behavior. And this is the problem that we have in our society, is that men are often excused for their bad behavior with the notion that a man will just be a man. And we got to get out of that. Toya did say it. We're just waiting for the man to act like a man. What? And go out and get another woman? That's what a man would do? A woman would do the same thing. Why is bad behavior aligned with being a man? And then excused, in a sense excused, like the behavior is excusable because he's a man. And that's not right. We have to get out of that. But of course, Toya was raised by a scoundrel ass father who allowed her to see him being a cheater, and this is what a man is for her. So that's how men act. Jackie goes over to visit Contessa. Yeah, that's all I had to say about Toya and Quad. So they are gonna have a party. Did they mention the couples trip? No, they didn't mention the couples trip with Toya and Quad. But Jackie goes to visit Contessa. Tessa's still letting her children jump all over her and everything. Kids are not aware. Little Layla's walking all over the table. Scott even said, they know mommy's sick, so they doing things they're not supposed to be doing. I'm glad they made it a point to let us know that it is not normal for their children to be walking on the table where everybody eats. You know who else used to do that? Or who does that? That girl with the big teeth from Potomac. She lets her kids walk all over the table and the countertops and shit with their dirty ass feet. They done came out from outside stepping in dog piss and playing with the dog and shit, and now they inside on the goddamn dining room table walking all over it and rolling all over butt, everything. They're just all your dirty little body just all over the table rolling around and shit. Jackie comes over, brings Contessa some things, trying to tell Contessa, come on Contessa, you gotta come out. You gotta come out. And she was like, are you not coming out because of Toya? She was like, honey, please. No, I'm not coming out because first of all, I'm still draining. And until I get these drainers out, I'm not coming out anywhere. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. If she doesn't want to come out, if Jackie said she went to work 2 weeks after her procedure. Well, you guys are two different people. And I think that a lot of people have to stop and take a moment to realize, like, you are not the same as this other person. So how they react, how they respond, how they deal with certain things, no one's going to deal with everything exactly the way that you do. So no, Contessa doesn't have to be back to work after 2 weeks. No, she doesn't have to go out until she gets the drains out. And no, she's not coming out because of Toya. Ain't nobody scared of Toya. Toya is literally a 3-year-old. Like, literally in behavior, in thought process, she's a 3-year-old. So nobody is afraid of Toya. So she says, well, I'll go out once I get the drains. And we see that she does go out when they go on their couples trip. She's there. We saw the clip of her there. Mariah and Aiden are sitting down talking. I don't know what Mariah is doing. Somebody said in the comments the other day that Mariah does have businesses. I would really like to see her working on those businesses. Why is it a secret? Because we're in episode 9 and we're still waiting for the receipts on Dr. Damon. Number 1, we're still waiting to see what Mariah is doing to keep her mind occupied, because she seems to be really focused on, you know, other things that's going on in her family, but I don't see anything that's going on with her, like a personal story for Mariah Huck. What is Mariah's personal story? The fact that Aiden is changing medical groups, and now that they're going to have to possibly relocate. Didn't I tell you? Mariah said it herself. It wasn't me being a hater. Your money ain't going nowhere in California. You can ball the fuck out in Atlanta. But that same amount of money, if you bring the same amount of money that you balling out of control in Atlanta, it ain't gonna go far in California at all. And just like Mariah said, if I come to California, I'll be broke, child. So she let you know herself. Erica's not being a hater or anything like that. I'm telling you, these are facts, okay? The cost of living is not the same as in Georgia as it is in California. About Texas. Texas is perfect. You want to keep that southern feel. You want to be in the South. You still want to stay in the South. Texas is perfect. Now, everybody is saying this is going to be a spinoff, but I thought they had a Dallas Married to Medicine that didn't do well. Do we think Mariah is going down there to kind of relaunch it, or what do we think that is going on with Married to Medicine and Mariah leaving for a year? Is she trying to go get another spinoff going? This is what we're asking. So maybe they'll go off to Texas, because she's trying to figure out why did Aiden spend $3,000. He's like, listen, bitch, I'm trying to apply for licenses in different states so I can make sure we're okay. I need to have a license to practice in these states, and they cost money, goddammit. $3,000 for a license. You gotta have it. Toya and Eugene are planning their anniversary, their 10-year anniversary, and they're trying to figure out where to go. She originally wanted to go to Greece, but she says it's too expensive. They're building this house, so it doesn't make sense to go to Greece. And then Eugene makes a suggestion, do we want to make this a couples trip, you know, to celebrate? She was like, well, the last time it was a bunch of mess. And yes, it was. When Heavenly planned it, that was a fool. I have never seen nothing so fucking messy in my life. That trip was messy. At the same time, Heavenly was asking questions that the people wanted to know, and they just didn't like it. That's why Heavenly said, well, if it's not a problem, it's not a problem, Heavenly. That was a mess, and we know that you like to say that you're a certified relationship expert or a certified relationship coach. Not based on that party. Not that couple trip was a hot fucking mess. So Eugene is like, you want to do that again? And she was like, I really don't. It's not something that I really want to do, but let's just invite everybody. And then she's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to invite Contessa. Again, being messy. Why are you worried about that? Well, if Contessa can't come out with her friends, I'm sorry. She has drains hanging from her body, and you want her to come out with you. Again, I'm going to ask Toya, have you called Contessa to see how she was doing? Have you gone by her house and taken her some flowers to see get well soon, and also apologize for, you know, treating her the way that you're treating her? We still haven't seen a clip of that, so I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, no, Contessa, you haven't, Toya, you haven't reached out to Contessa as a friend to either, one, apologize, or just say, bitch, get well soon. I don't know if I'm going to invite Contessa. If she can't come hang out with her friends, she don't need to be getting on no plane. Again, Toya is a 3-year-old toddler. That's it. In the conversation Toya and Eugene are having about their trips, Toya says, yeah, but that wasn't with the first trip we went on, we weren't married. That wasn't a godly trip. We were having premarital sex. We were having sex before marriage. It was ungodly. To me, it is so weird. You two people say before the universe and a witness, we're getting married and we're going to be that's it. That's all you need. That's it. It was ungodly. And then she's acting like she can't cut. Do y'all cuss in front of your kids? Because the way that I've taught my children is that the words that I use, they're not bad, and there's no such thing as good and bad words. It's one, how you use the word, and two, whether you can use them as an adult or a child. So curse words are not bad words in my household. They're adult words. You can use them when you are an adult, and it's also the intent on how you use the word as well. So I always find it weird, and it's something that is like, oh, I don't cuss in front of my kids. I mean, I guess to each his own, but I don't think that it's a bad thing. It's just it's language. These are words that we use in our language, and it's period. There are no good words or bad words. These are words we use in a language, and it's all with intent, number one, and then number two, whether you can use them as an adult or a child. So what happened after that? So cussing in front of the kids, Toya, whatever. Toya is so whack to me. She's so whack. Curtis and Jackie go out for their anniversary. It looked stupid. It looked forced. It looked fake. It just looked bad. It looked crazy. And then it raining, Jackie trying to put a spin on it, talking about, oh, the rain is washing away the bad and bringing in the new, and she talks about forgiveness and how she can't bring it up anymore, but she seems like she's very optimistic, but still there is the fact that your husband stuck his penis in another woman, and you still as the woman in our society are supposed to forgive him, because hey, that's just a man being a man. And if you leave it up to Damon, Heavenly's husband, he'll tell you it's okay, but a woman doing it, no, it's not okay. He probably has some rationale with the penis actually going into the vagina, and a vagina being an some stupid hotep shit. It looked forced. Jackie is really uptight. Like, I've been noticing, I guess she's trying to be a little bit like, she does have a brand to protect, and it comes off as being uptight and elitist, which is annoying for me. Heavenly and Tawanda are in Heavenly's office. They're talking relationship stuff. It's a cute conversation. She says, I can sit down. Tawanda told me everything's going on with her relationship. It's literally like pulling teeth with Quad. I said, that's funny. A great analogy for a dentist to say. Great analogy, Dr. Heavenly. Toya and Simone are talking on the phone, and that's when they come up with the couples trip. And Toya makes her rounds and calls everybody. She calls Quad, she invites Quad, and she lets know. And this is how you're supposed to do it, Toya. Like, the same every time. Call and do the invitation, and just say, I don't know if this is going to be good for you or what have you, but we're going to do a couples trip. Quad says she'll go, and she'll just take some time to spend with herself, and then also learn from the couples there. I think it's a great idea. Go ahead, Quad. And invite Contessa. She didn't extend the invitation to Contessa, so I guess she's going to passively, aggressively get Simone or somebody else to do it. Again, a 3-year-old. She calls everybody. Everybody's gonna go. And Mariah, is this a couples trip? It's only couples. You try to figure out too, Mariah, what's going on. So Mariah and Aiden are throwing a party, a black love party, and they want you to come as your favorite couple. I think it's a cute idea. Simone and Cecil came as love and basketball. I'm here with Simone. Simone said, let me figure out the easiest way that I could not get dressed for this. You're gonna come as, I guess they said to come as fictional couple characters, which the Will and Jada did not make sense to me at all, because he came dressed as Fresh Prince and she just had a wrap on her head. I was like, is she supposed to be Alicia Keys? Like, what the fuck is going on, Jared? Who else? Toya figured out a way where she could dress up and do absolutely nothing. They came as Steve and Marjorie Harvey. Aren't they getting a divorce? Not Marjorie. Is that her name? Marjorie is the one that used to fuck drug dealers. I don't know. Anyway, Contessa, she doesn't show up. Contessa, of course, doesn't show up. And Lucy, she came as a queen or Coming to America, and then Mariah and Aiden came as Lucius and Cookie, which I thought was hilarious. Even though I thought Aiden's costume was hilarious, the hair, the wig was funny. That's one thing I do like about Aiden. He's a good sport about things, but then he lets his wife get him into some mess. He like really listens to her when she puts him up to do shit. He really listens and takes her lead with that. And I don't know if that's just a good idea to do all the time, because your wife is messy as fuck. Again, Toya injects her reason for not inviting Contessa to the couples trip. Quad doesn't show up to the Black Love party, and neither does Heavenly. So we see a scene with Heavenly at Quad's house. Quad's house is cute. It's pretty. She has it, like I said, she didn't have that damn house. I don't care what y'all say. Quad didn't have that 4-bedroom townhouse. I don't care what y'all say. So she's sitting there. She was like, girl, this looked like an upgrade. She came in there dressed like Tina Turner. Girl, you're not supposed... See, that is what's wrong with... Heavenly is crazy. You gonna come dressed like Tina Turner. Tina Turner and Ike Turner is not a couple. Bitch, when Quad said, bitch, you still giving me anime bullet? Them together, was she a Taurus? A Taurus and a Scorpio. They was funny in that, the way she was doing. Heavenly is crazy. I don't care what y'all say. I like Heavenly. But she was like, I was just standing trying to pick the outfit out. I wonder who she was coming as. Was she gonna come as Oprah? That would have been cute. You come as Oprah, or a single black woman who's doing really well for herself. A woman who is in a relationship and not married. She's in a relationship with Stedman and not married. She could have been. That was a good idea. Who was that? Cecil or Eugene said that she would have come as Oprah. That would have been a good idea. But she was saying that she was getting ready for the party, and she just broke down. Like, I just filed for a divorce, and I'm over here getting ready for a couples party, and it just doesn't feel right. And she broke down, and then that's what she called Heavenly. And just like Jackie said, you know who you can call for whatever reason you need them for. And they look like they, Quad said she was just going to cook, and they were going to sit down. And I wish we would have saw more of that scene. I really wish we would have saw Quad and Heavenly have a conversation. But they, it was a party they was focusing on. And Mariah's like, I wish Heavenly and Quad would have came. I really wanted them to hear this poem. That tired ass poem. That shit was so elementary. I mean, kudos for the effort, bitch. But no, we not doing that. Shit was so tired. I was like, ugh, Mariah, you are so whack. You really want, and then she was really reading it like she was at a damn poetry slam. Like, girl, what are you doing? Shut up. What? And I don't even know what the words, but the way that she was reading it was like she really was trying to get, we are the protectors of black lives. Girl, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. Quad said she is not going to the Black Love party, and it only made sense. And yesterday I was like, why would you invite her? I mean, not yesterday, but last week I'm like, why would you invite Quad to a Black Love party? It doesn't make sense, a couples party. But we were trying to see, she was going to go, but she was trying to be a good sport, but what have you. Anyways, that's episode 609. Y'all let me know what y'all think. We see next week they're going on their trip to, did they say Antigua or Anguilla? I don't know, either or, but we'll see next week. Y'all have a wonderful day and take care of each other. Peace.